That's right, crypto YouTube. You thought I was gone, but I'm back. Wait, actually. You thought I was gone, but I'm back. I know it's been a little bit since my last video, and on my last one, I said that we were going to have a daily news show once a week every month or two, and somehow some of you guys thought that that was a real thing. If there was only a way to know that was a joke, there was only a way. But let's let bygones be bygones, because in the world of cryptocurrency, the wheels never stop turning. In fact, since we last did our show, there have been some new faces. There have been the resurgence of some old faces. There have been all types of moves. Currencies have been going up. No, actually, all the currencies have been going down. But the point is, stuff happens. And that's why I'm here, to bring you the good news. Also, it's not true everything's been going down. There have been a couple holding their value pretty well, like USDT and Tron. You know, the classics here on the channel. Be that as it may, I know it's been a tough past year. We've lost money all year for a full 12 months straight. Whenever it looks bad, it gets a little worse. You cover your eyes, you open it up, boom, 10% loss again. You keep getting hit, you keep getting hit, you get knocked down, you stand back up, boom, uppercut, right, then he's kicking you on the ground, and he's kicking you on the ground, and then you're just getting kicked, and you're passed out, and you're in the... I don't know where this was going, but that's us. We're the guy on the ground, and we're ready to get back up, unless we're gonna keep getting kicked. Look, I'm gonna level with you guys for a moment. I know during the madness, the chaos, a lot of you guys wanted me to keep making videos, and I didn't. You know, I just put up a couple, and if you're so upset with that, you're gonna leave me high and dry. I get it, you know, but also gotta realize this, people. Cryptocurrency is not about, does a YouTuber put out a video analyzing the latest scam. It's not about who's currently analyzing the trading price of Tron. It's not about any of these things. What it's about is the memes. It's about the memes. Or the tech. It's about the tech. And the memes. One of the main reasons I've not been doing news lately is because it's tough to figure everything out and try and give you guys the best news that I can. In fact, you know, trying to learn about these subjects is one of the reasons why it takes me so long to produce these videos. But I had a realization today. I don't actually have to do that. I mean, look, Ty Lopez puts vids out all the time.
Basically, you have this thing called Bitcoin. It's all over the news. It's controversial. It's really hard to explain in the sense that our modern English vocabulary doesn't even explain what it is correctly.
A true inspiration. So in today's video, we're just gonna look through what's been happening lately online. Oh yeah, and I guess I'll give you my top 5 picks for 2019. That's going to be at the end of the video though, so make sure to stay tuned. One last thing before we get into it. Just want to say Bitcoin is not the only thing that's been going down for a year. I've lost about 30 pounds myself. It's actually been pretty easy because even though 1 Bitcoin still equals 1 Bitcoin, it doesn't equal as many groceries. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look. What exactly has been going on with Bitcoin for this last 6 to 12 months? Alright, so maybe not the best year for Bitcoin, but Bitcoin's not the entire story. Let's check and see how Ethereum has been doing for the past year. I guess to take something positive away from this, we are not at an all-time low in terms of market cap of the entire market. So, you know, there's that. And maybe this is a good time to buy. Maybe it's not. This channel is for fun. I make jokes on the internet. Alright, so with that out of the way, it's time to jump into some news. And the first thing I want to talk about is the Unconfiscatable Conference that occurred last weekend in Las Vegas, hosted by Tone Vase. I've only been to a few conferences. In fact, I've only been to ones that have been here in Las Vegas. But one thing that struck me as very different from this conference compared to a lot of them is this conference was about Bitcoin, not blockchain. In fact, they even had that in the header. In some ways, this conference was refreshing. I remember back to a conference I went to a couple conferences ago where someone got on stage and was talking about how they were going to change the world, man, using their revolutionary new food coin or whatever the fuck it was. And I just couldn't believe it. Every time someone asked the guy a question, it was like, we're all together, man, which is why like we need to have like a food system that like fucks and like makes me money. Yeah, oh, it's fucking. From that standpoint, it was great not having to hear about that type of garbage. And also there were a lot of big names at the event that I have a lot of respect for. People like Saifedean were there, who wrote the Bitcoin Standard. Some other notables include Tone Vase, Ari Paul, and even Jimmy Song, who knocked me out of the poker tournament that we had. That's right, Jimmy Song knocked me, the poker professional, out of the poker tournament. And if you want to know how we did it, I'm going to show you. When two hands get all in poker, and one of them is a better hand, let's just say, as an example, ace-king suited, which is my hand, and you're up against, let's say something a little dicey, like ace-jack offsuit. Ooh, not a good one. And let's just say, hypothetically, that's Jimmy's hand. Well, the ace-king suited is 75% to win, but 5 cards can come out, and let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that Jimmy had a heart in his hand, and 4 hearts came out. Well, that would be it for Doug in the poker tournament. Hypothetically. Anyway, it was fun getting to play some poker and see all these guys. Overall, I would say it was a great conference and was definitely a success. But there was one nagging thing that just kept kind of biting at me that I didn't like about the conference, which was this. I don't think the Bitcoin maximalist, Bitcoin only type of, perspective really takes into account all the factors at play. Here's the thing. When Bitcoin was created, there were no cryptocurrencies, and Bitcoin is the strongest, the most secure, the most valuable one today. No one's debating any of those points. In fact, all of the people that like altcoins, with the exception of maybe the Bitcoin Cash squad, everyone wants to see Bitcoin succeed because if Bitcoin increases in value, well, now there's more opportunity for everybody else. I can totally see from a Bitcoin maximalist perspective how so many of these currencies look like scams, because a lot of them are scams. We saw BitConnect blow up to, however much it was worth a little over a year ago. You see that and you're like, wow, Bitcoin is something that you can really trust. But I don't think that means that we can't be open to there being other currencies that do have value. Currency like Monero or Zcash, where it's anonymous or pseudo-anonymous or whatever. I don't want to get into the debate. The point really is this. There can be other currencies that do have value, and I don't think that we should be so us or them about it. It's actually good for the ecosystem for there to be new currencies, for things to fail. That's good. It helps make the current one stronger. It helps us understand and refine our ideas for what will succeed in the long run. If I had to boil my position down to one simple idea, someone at the conference said that all of these currencies are trying to be Bitcoin, but only Bitcoin will ever be Bitcoin, or something like that. And, it just seemed to kind of miss the mark to me, because these other currencies are not trying to be Bitcoin, other than Bitcoin Cash. They're not trying to be Bitcoin. They're trying to do their own thing. They're trying to create value in other spaces. So just because something is not Bitcoin and it's not pure store of value like Bitcoin is, does not mean that it can't have some sort of use in the world today or tomorrow, or knowing the way these things go 10 to 50 fucking years. Anyway, I had a lot of fun at the event, met a lot of great people, and I think Tone's planning on having another one next year, not entirely sure. You can ask him yourself over on Twitter. Okay, moving on to wait, hold on. I'm receiving some useless information. That must mean it's time for the McAfee update. McAfee has been up to his usual antics lately, tweeting about stuff, including people saying I would be tough on the Russians. Nonsense. I long to have a drinking contest with Putin, and I have already registered with the 2020 Vladivostok Public Dick Measuring Contest, where, due to an extremely rare genetic deformity, I will unquestionably win. What's the deformity? Based on the research I've done over the last about 30 seconds, it does appear that John McAfee is going to be running for president of America. While on the run from the IRS, just the usual. Anyway, if you want to learn more about McAfee's presidential bid, why? Let's move on. Next up, don't be like me. Know about what's happening in the world of cryptocurrency. And you can stay up to date with this completely unrelated to me article from coincentral.com, giving you the greatest and latest news in what's happening so you can stay up to date with what to do with your shitcoins. Wasn't a very good plug. We'll just keep it. A fascinating story making the rounds these days was a story about how the founder of one cryptocurrency exchange died and the money was on his laptop. In 2019, that happened. That's a real story that I'm bringing to you guys. According to this article from Cointelegraph, Canadian cryptocurrency exchange Quadriga CX files for creditor protection in Nova Scotia. In the article, it notes that users of the platform have reportedly been unable to access or withdraw their funds for months. Some speculated whether the platform had gone insolvent earlier this week when Quadriga CX appeared to be down for maintenance. One commenter posted on Reddit, "They will declare insolvency due to an inability to find a suitable bank to host an account and facilitate transfers." If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Do not keep your money on exchanges unless you have to, unless you're either trading a lot or you have open orders, something like that. You don't have a wallet for a certain currency type. But really, you should be holding your own private keys. There's a saying that people always say in online or in cryptocurrency, and they say, not your private keys, not your Bitcoin.
Simple rule. If you control the keys, it's your Bitcoin. If you don't control the keys, it's not your Bitcoin. Your keys, your Bitcoin. Not your keys, not your Bitcoin. Your keys, your Bitcoin. Not your keys, not your Bitcoin.
Try to avoid situations like this. It's not even just small exchanges that go down sometimes or medium-sized exchanges. We saw what happened with Mt. Gox years ago. Be safe, hold your own private keys, and remember, there are people out there that want to steal your money. Don't let them. Speaking of Trevon James, he has continued to make videos right here on YouTube. Let's take a look and see what he's up to.
These are my personal opinion.
Damn, this is a high budget operation. Look at those graphics. Sweet.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Trevon James. Time for your evening crypto weather report. Let's look at the coin market. No cap. Total market capitalization up to $114 billion.
Wait. Play that back.
Let's look at the coin market. No cap. Total market capitalization up to $114 billion.
Did he say $1,214 billion?
$214 billion.
I'm starting to think this guy is not a news anchor at all.
BTC dominance holding steady at 53.3%. Let's look at your top 5 cryptos. All right, the market's continuing to pull back. We got Bitcoin down 0.3%, down to $3,470. XRP, it's not a blockchain, it's a glorified database, down 1.8%, down to 31 cents.
This is actually kind of funny. Damn. How times change. Well, I guess it was always funny. It was just a little more scammy before, but you know, you can always work that on the side. Hopefully Trevon is using this time to turn over a new leaf and do things the right way. And if you are watching his content, I'd say be careful, guys, because you don't know what this guy is capable of moving forward. All right, that's going to do it for us. Wait, hold on. I forgot the top 5 cryptocurrencies to invest in 2019. That's right, the top 5 cryptocurrencies to invest in 2019. Drum roll, please. First up, number 1, Bitcoin. Not too surprising here. It's the largest and safest and strongest one. Not surprising. What's up next? Number 2, Ethereum, maybe. Or maybe actually Monero. I don't know, guys. Do your own fucking research. Why do you watch these videos? Seriously. Turn off the fucking camera. Why do you guys watch this shit? Before we go on a serious note for one moment here, a good friend of mine, Max Bloom, who was a poker player who transitioned over into cryptocurrency. He was the founder of livecoinwatch.com, and he tweeted over on Twitter at livecoinwatchmb. I wouldn't say like one of my closest friends, but several years ago when he lived in Las Vegas, we used to go out all the time. I tell you, he was such a fun, happy, nice dude. And, he was found outside of his apartment building the other day. He jumped off the side. So I just want to say, first off, if you are dealing with sadness or something from cryptocurrency or just life in general, look, there are always people out there that you can talk to and help and who will help you. And, just remember that it's all fun and games, but if you feel that way, get help, guys, because it's never the answer. And I just want to say I'm going to miss Max. All right, guys, it's going to be it. I'll see you guys again whenever. Peace.